Peterborough? No. So you have to vote for Mike Green in a couple of days' time. And my, what a speech that was, and how devoted he is to all the causes in Peterborough. And that is what you need from a Member of Parliament. A Member of Parliament who will represent you and what you need and what you think, rather than representing what he thinks you ought to think. I just want to ask you some very simple questions. Do you think that if we remain in the EU, we can control our own laws? No. Or our own borders? No. Or our own trade deals? No. Or be governed by our own democratically elected government? No. Well, those 4 no's are why people voted in 2016 to leave the European Union. And when I am told, oh, poor dears, they didn't really know what they were voting for, then I say we knew exactly what we were voting for. Now, all politicians fail on promises from time to time, but usually that is because external events get in the way. On this occasion, we have had 3 years of fudge, confusion, obfuscation, misleading statements, and getting absolutely nowhere, not because something unpredictable and quite inevitable happened, but simply because Parliament does not want to do what the country told it wanted to do. Now, there wasn't any doubt about what we were told. Before the referendum, we were told by all parties, and that, by the way, included Paddy Ashdown for the Liberals. We were told by all parties that the result of the referendum would be fully respected and implemented. Oh, they didn't stop there. In 2017, they told us the same thing again, when the manifestos of both major parties contained the clear statement that if elected to government, they would deliver Brexit. And 498 MPs voted to implement Article 50. And you might have thought at that moment that we were going. But we're still there. And we're still there because we have 3 years of utter incompetence and lack of will. OK, Annunciata's been a member of the Conservative Party for 35 years. Whoa, I've been a member for 55 years. I was talking to a voter on a doorstep today. I said, which way are you going to vote? He said, well, I'm not certain, but I think I'll probably vote Conservative. I said, why? He said, because I always have. I said, yes, so have I. But when that sort of loyalty is challenged to the point where people feel that they have to leave a party that they have served faithfully for decades, when even MPs will tell you behind their hands that they are going to vote for the Brexit party, even though they represent a different party in Parliament, when activists who have pounded pavements in the old days, filled in envelopes, done all the things that they have done over the years, when vast numbers of those people say, we can't do this anymore, we want a clear vision, we want a clear purpose, and above all, we want democracy. That is why people have flocked to the Brexit Party's banner. Now, my own decision was taken when I was standing in a Norwegian fjord. Well, I wasn't actually in the fjord, but I was standing by the fjord. And there was then only a week or so to go before nominations closed. The Brexit Party had scarcely been in being for more than a very few weeks indeed. And I said, I can do no other. This has gone on too long. There is no sign that we're going to go anywhere at all as we are. And I then pulled my mobile phone out of my pocket, checked for a signal, which was there in Flam in Norway, and I phoned Nigel Farage. And I said to him four words, I have had enough. And that I think is now what Britain feels. It's gone on too long, we've had enough. We must now have a clear direction, clear delivery, clear decision-taking, so that we can look forward to a free, independent, prosperous future. A future that we can then hand on to future generations to be free, independent, and prosperous. Yes. And we should also remember this. There will be celebrations going on this week. I have some locally in the southwest of the D-Day landings. And we should remember that a past generation gave up an enormous amount. Life, limb, homes, freedom. They went through bereavement and they stuck at it because they wanted us to be free. We must not squander that legacy. And we will not squander that legacy. Now, on Thursday, when you send Mike Green to Parliament, you will be sending shockwaves through Westminster. You know, one of the things I enjoyed most after the local elections was the expression on Jeremy Corbyn's face. They had been boasting that because of the disarray of the government, and yes, it is disarray, but they were boasting that because of that, they were going to win 400 seats. They ended up losing 82 seats. We didn't even field candidates and people were writing Brexit Party on their ballot papers. Now that should have been a sufficient shock to have actually got Westminster thinking, we're in trouble if we don't actually deliver what we promised. Didn't happen. So then we moved to the Euro elections, and oh, what a pounding the major parties got. And on Thursday we will deliver the third seismic shock, so that the message is clear. Give us what the people voted for, or you yourselves leave and make way for us, because we will do it. So on Thursday, I believe that we will move an enormous step closer to delivering the result of the referendum. Now, when I last looked, there were 12 candidates for the Conservative Party leadership. There had been 13 a few minutes earlier, but it had changed to 12. I don't know what it is now. It could be 10, it could be 20. I have no idea. And all that's going to have to be sorted out. But what we should understand is this. They have had umpteen chances to deliver Brexit. And whatever brave words are spoken, we will believe them only when Brexit is delivered and not 1 minute before.
Thank you so much.